Tidbits from TNT, Friday morning, the 4th of October 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. TNT. Tishwash. The governor of the central bank receives the Turkish ambassador and representatives of Turkish bank branches in Iraq. His Excellency the Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, Mr. Ali Mohsen al-Alak, received the ambassador of the Republic of Turkey to Iraq. His Excellency Mr. Anil Bora İnan, with a delegation of representatives of Turkish banks operating in Iraq. The meeting coincides with the launch of financial transfers to Turkey, according to a new mechanism in euros and implemented within Turkey through its banks. This mechanism, which is being implemented for the first time, will simplify trade coverage operations with high fluidity and speed. The attendees discussed ways to provide the requirements of the new mechanism, in order to make it a success and accommodate the large number of remittances from merchants and the business sector. The bank representatives expressed their readiness to implement the new mechanism and provide the regulatory and supervisory requirements in coordination with the International Auditing Company. They also highlighted their efforts in expanding their channels with approved correspondent banks. His Excellency the Ambassador praised the efforts of the central bank in managing the process of transformation in external transfers, and the measures taken by the bank to organize and facilitate transformation operations, praising his meeting with the Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq, and the continuous and direct coordination between the central bank's management and authorized banks. Tishwash. Iraq rethinks bank merger plans. Iraq's cabinet has revised an earlier decision to merge its agricultural, industrial and real estate banks. At the start of 2024, the cabinet approved a contract with UK-based professional services firm Ernst & Young, EY, to study the merger of Industrial Bank, Real Estate Bank, and Agricultural Bank, Agricultural Cooperative Bank, into a single entity, with Ernst & Young providing expertise and determining the time period required for the merger and the mechanism for transferring balances to the new bank. The decision this week means that only the Agricultural Bank and the Real Estate Bank will be merged, while the Ministry of Finance has been tasked with converting the Industrial Bank into a joint stock company. A statement from the Prime Minister's office confirmed that Ernst & Young will assess the Industrial Bank's assets, and the existing contract with EY will be amended to include these changes. Additionally, the cabinet approved a 500 billion dinar $382 million capital increase for the Trade Bank of Iraq, TBI, sourced from its profits. Tishwash. World Bank. Iraq has made progress in improving the business environment, making it globally competitive. The World Bank confirmed, today, Thursday, that Iraq is witnessing a major transformation in improving the business environment and public services, which has made it competitive globally. The Ministry of Finance said in a statement received by the Iraqi news agency, INA, the World Bank issued the Business Ready 2024, Be Ready, report, which showed that Iraq is witnessing a major transformation in improving the business environment, and clarified the progress made by Iraq in vital areas such as regulatory frameworks, public services, and operational efficiency. She added, the report showed some positive developments and achievements that Iraq has made in making the business environment more attractive and efficient for local and international companies, including 1. Stability of the regulatory framework, as Iraq has made significant progress in creating a more stable and business-friendly regulatory framework, and has succeeded in improving the ease of doing business by simplifying company registration processes and eliminating minimum capital requirements. This improvement contributes to making Iraq more attractive to entrepreneurs, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, which play a key role in creating job opportunities and diversifying the economy. Positive impact. Aligning Iraqi commercial regulations with international standards has facilitated cross-border transactions and created a more stable and predictable environment for investors. 2. Improving access to public facilities and infrastructure, as Iraq has made tangible progress in the public utilities sector, which is essential for business operations. The government has reduced the time required to access basic services such as electricity and water, and infrastructure investments are currently underway to improve the reliability of service delivery in the future. Positive impact. These reforms have already contributed to reducing operational disruptions and increasing investor confidence in the market, despite the need further improvements are underway. 3. Strengthening labor market regulations. As Iraq introduced new labor market regulations aimed at protecting workers and promoting market inclusiveness. Achievements include equal pay policies, anti-discrimination regulations, and support for collective bargaining rights. The government also expanded public employment services and training programs to meet the needs of the private sector. Positive impact. These reforms have helped create a more flexible and inclusive labor market, making Iraq more globally competitive. She pointed out that, despite the positive points documented in the report, it was based on outdated data collected in 2023 by the business-ready team from the private sector. And the data reflects the stage that preceded its collection before the current government's reform initiatives and the stimulus general budget were fully implemented. She continued, because the government has given great attention to the private sector, the business environment has developed significantly over the past 2 years. And will continue to develop at an accelerated pace in the coming months and years when the fruits of the reforms are fully reflected, including what has been achieved, such as reforming a significant number of laws and regulations, tax and customs reforms, electronic payment, e-commerce, digital transformation, reforming state-owned companies, guarantees granted to the private sector, and others. Therefore, the report did not fairly show Iraq's journey towards reform and the progress made in many areas, including establishing a more stable regulatory framework. The ministry stressed that the Iraqi government is committed to continuing economic reforms, and the impact of the general budget and reform initiatives will appear in future reports based on updated data, which is what the World Bank should have done originally in the report issued today. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.